Happy relatives and Peto Watch Day, since we're into the afternoon time frame. Want to say what's up. Welcome back to the channel. The name of the channel, for anyone who is new, is Opemiha Sioux Nation. And today, as promised, we're going to be going over the Free Negro Heads of Families in the 1830, a book published by Carter G. Woodson. So what we're going to try to do today is go through the states and the counties and show the names. And let me say what's up to everyone in the chat today. Start from the top. Wanagi and Petawaste, relative, appreciate you being here, brother. Wanagi, whenever you get a chance throughout, if you could post a link to the book for everyone to have access to, would appreciate that. Chickahominy Roots, peace, appreciate you being here. Mr. Darkfly, brother, appreciate you being here. Shalom. You got Mike Easton in the building. Oseo, relative, appreciate you being here. I got Miss Liz Robinson, peace and honor as always. Thank you, sis, for joining me. Nighthawk, salute, brother. Appreciate you being here. Warrior, thank you. Shiba Lolo, appreciate you being here, sis. Thank you. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes, let some people come on in here. Miss Simmons, appreciate you. Miss Vicky Simmons, as always. Be riding solo today. Love Legacy is hard at work on genealogy, so he's got a lot of people to take care of. So we're gonna let him do that today. Take care of that. American Copper Aborigine Sun Energy, peace to you. Michael Brown Harris Cheek, peace and blessings. Appreciate you being here as well. Just wanted to send a couple shout outs to some people. Ms. Shiba Lolo, I appreciate you. And M. Kodo, if you're listening, appreciate you as well. Special thanks to you. Pamela Eyes, Wide and Clear. Peace, sis. Appreciate you being here as well. Thank you. But again, Wanagi put the PDF to what we're going to be going over. So if you get a chance to grab that, please do so. He's got a lot of good PDFs on his channel. So, definitely subscribe to him. He dropped a video today with some great information. So definitely hit him up. Elton Taylor, peace. Appreciate you being here, relative. Mr. Stephen Redclay, appreciate you as well, my brother. Thank you for being here. Stephen also dropped a great video yesterday showing how he makes his ribbon shirts. I have one. Great materials, beautifully made. So, if you are interested in a ribbon shirt from Mr. Stephen Redclay, please hit him up as well. He's got a lot of great videos also. So get over there and subscribe to him as well. One quick video or a quick link I also wanted to drop in the chat for you guys. Give me one quick second. I'm going to put this in here. It's called Old Settlers Reunion. And pretty good website with a lot of great information in it. I'm going to drop the link here for you guys to check it out. That has a lot of people who migrated from the South up north here to like the Midwest area, Ohio, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, all kinds of different places like that. But some of you might find some of your some history on your relatives there, so check that out. So we will go ahead and get started. Again, like I said, Legacy isn't able to join us today, so it'll just be me. So let me get the screen share going, and we will get started here. But again, appreciate everybody coming out to check out the live stream. It means a great deal to me, so thank you. So let's get this pulled up. And again, I hope everyone's staying safe with what's going on out here. So, again, make sure you're getting yourself prepared. Tomorrow, we may go into that on tomorrow's live. But, just a reminder, get yourself prepared. Again, plenty of videos, plenty of information on people who are talking about this particular topic. All right. So let me get this pulled up. Again, Wanagi dropped the link in the chat. So anybody who wants this information, it's there. So you can, maybe search the state that you're in. And again, this is the 1830s. So that's what this is going to cover. So we're going to get, I'm going to read this part about the explanation of the tables. So that way everybody can see what things mean. Miss Robbie Lawson, peace, sis. Appreciate you being here. So let's get into it. Explanation of the tables. These were not all the free Negro families in this county, in this country in 1830, but all of those officially reported as living apart from the whites. Many free Negroes lived in the homes of their employers, as did indentured servants or slaves. So again, let me say my thing that I always say in the beginning. Understand, overstand what we're reading, dodge all the hijacks that you're going to see in here, and eat the meat, spit out the bones. All right, that's what we do with the info. It says some few of these are herein confusingly reported, but such information was not generally given. Goes on to say these records were copied just as those who took the census returned their findings. The only change made in the case of the free Negro heads of families was to write the Christian name first, a rule which these enumerators did not all follow. Some enumerators made no distinction as to race in recording the names, but merely indicated the status of the head of family under free persons of color. Other enumerators wrote Negro, the letter C, CO, COLD, or colored, or used FN for free Negro, F of C for free person of color, FMC for free man of color, FWC for free woman of color, or FB and FBK for free black directly after their name. Other such records of distinction are self-explanatory. The question mark after a name or figure or in a column indicates that the record is such that the fact could not be accurately determined. The column giving the age does not every time show the age of the head of the family. In some instances, the age of the head of the family cannot be exactly figured out. The age here given is that the oldest person in the family of the sex indicated as the head of the family. In 80% of the cases which the investigation has tested, however, it can be shown that this is the actual age of the head of the family. The record as to sex, moreover, is often confusing. The name of a male is sometimes given as the head of the family while the sex is indicated as female, or vice versa. Then it says 10 to 24 means 10 years of age and under 24. 24 to 36 means 24 years of age and under 36. 36 to 55 means 36 years of age and under 55. 55 to 100 means 55 years of age and under 100. 100, etc. Means 100 or more than 100 years of age. And it says total. Total means the number of persons in the family together with all of the slaves. The slaves owned by these families have been accounted for, and the editors, free Negro owners of slaves in the United States in 1830. So one thing that I did notice that Carter G. Woodson actually has a few different books. I saw one where he goes over migration patterns and different things like that. Okay. So this is in alphabetical order. So the first state we're going to hit is Alabama. And let me blow this up so we can see it really good. I don't know if that's getting any bigger or not. There we go. Okay. So again, Alabama is first. And I will name off the county that I'm in, and we'll go over the names. So if your people were from Alabama or they were in Alabama during this time frame, this would be a good area to take a look at. All right, so first we're going to be doing Ayutuga County in Alabama. And again, when we were going over the explanation of what these names are going to mean in these counties, again, these are the people who were enumerated. So, if your people were in that county, maybe they didn't do the census at this time. But we'll go for the names we have. So we got M. Garrisif. Next, we're going into Baldwin County. We got Lucy Robinson. We got Basil Alexan. And we got Judith Bowden. All right, that's Bowden County, Alabama. All right, next we got Butler County. We have Nero Hurley. Next, we're going to Clark County. We got James Meigs. We got Joanna Bandyham. We got Jordan Ardis. We have P.T. Harris. We got James Bonney. We got William Hatcher. We got Joseph Stapleton. And we got David Monak. That's Clark County, Alabama. All right. Next, we got Conachu County. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing some of these counties wrong if you're from these areas. First, and the only person we show in that county is going to be Lydia Bethany. All right. Next, we're going to Dallas County, Alabama. We got Rachel King. We got Bennett Proctor. We got George Locklear, John Locklear, Tom Smith. Then again, these is where they were at in 1830. Doesn't mean that was their final destination. All right, so next we're going to get into Franklin County, Alabama. We got James Price. We got Robert Tuscumbia. We got Joseph Hill. We got Julia Maranathy. We got John Kennedy. We got another John Kennedy. We got a Mark Miles and a John Black. All right. Give me 1 second, relatives. A picture out of the way here. Okay. All right, relatives. So next we're going into Greene County. And we got one person for Greene County, Alabama. That's going to be George P. Wright. Wright. All right. Next, we are going to Jackson County, Alabama. We got Lewis Willis. Next, we got Joshua Werford. All right. So hopefully everyone can see these names clearly. All right. So next, we got Jefferson County, Alabama. And the only person in Jefferson County, Alabama is Susan Watton, Watton. All right, next we're going into Lauderdale County, Alabama. We got Foss Sands. Next, we got Charles Bolin. Next, we got Fred Gowen. And next, we got Quiller Prater. Okay, that's Lauderdale County, Alabama. Next, we're into Lawrence County, Alabama. We got Winnie Brownlow. We got Lewis Royal. We have Edward Smith, John Bird, Nathan Bird, Riley Gowen, Osborne Lacotti, William Bird, and Ezekiel Porter. And that's Lawrence County, Alabama. All right, next we got Limestone County, Alabama. So we got Will Scott, we got John Lewis, and we got John Thurman. Okay. All right. Next, we got Madison County, Alabama. We got Betsy Davis, James F. Stewart, Lucy Wofford, Taylor Ragland, James Matthews, John Robinson. We got Pascal Blanks and Lewis Hunt. All right, so let's go back up to the top here. So continuing in that same county, we also have Nancy Hunster. We got Morning Vining. We got Jenny Finley, Lucy McKinley. We got John Kelly and William Richardson. We got William Stoneham, Jeremiah Smith, John Evans, Miley Pennell, Andrew Wynn, Charles Sampson, Burwell Jacobs, Isaac Jacobs, and John Jacobs. All right. Next, we are going into Mobile County, Alabama. All right. So first we have Mary Louisa Craze, John Brown, Arlena Lang, Maximilian Collins. We have a young lady named Minnie. We got a Lawrence Key, Teresa Chastain, Felix Samore. We have a Samora Calderon, Sylvester Andre, Midian Andre. That's the Andre family. We have a Jane Seymour. We have a Basil Chastain. We have a Batiste Chastain. We have a Zane Chastain. Charles Chastain. So the Chastain family, Mobile, Alabama. We have a James Sear. We have a Zeno Chastain. Louisa Chastain. We have a Mary Teresa. A David Weaver. A Joseph Yummer. Nancy George. And Jasmine Nichols. So all those names were for Mobile County, Alabama. All right, let's keep it moving. No, so next we have the city of Mobile. Okay, so we had the county, now we have the city. All right, so we got Frances Ruth Guerin. We got a Margaret Collier. We got a Clara Ferrer. We got a Minette Nichols. We got a Jamina Barton. We have a Venus Godfrey. Richard Field. Joseph Collins. Delilah D. Silver. We have a Alexis Bodlina. We have Cyrus Jarvis. We have Eliza Barrington. We have a Frank Batiste. We have Nancy Fonts. We have Constance Villar. We have Louisa Durand. Looks like we have a Benjamin Lauradine. Looks like we have a Bernandas Rosetiste. We have a Mad Guile. We have a Joshua Chastain. Joseph Collins. Janny LaRock. Louisa Constance. Frances Chastain. We have a Diana Pilma. We have a Mary Lacoste. We have a Mad Morini. We have Pierre Chastain. We have a Grace Sharp. We have Finney Trenner. We have Louis Joseph. Francis Gregg. We have a Mad Mary. We have a Madame Barnum. We have a Pierre Rosetiste. We have a Madame Mary, a Madame Gerard. We have Isabella Morel. We have Madame Louisa. We have a Rosette Garoni. We have a Pierre Lauradine. We have a Mary Zara. All right, let's go back up here. So still the city of Mobile. We have a Edie Cooper. Charles Lalong Jr. We have a Rosette Alexander. We have a Margaret Garrett. We have a Jeanette Rosiste. We have a Monsetti Bodal. We have a Francis Marlin. We have a Jose Pih. So again, there's a question mark behind his name because I don't think they were sure how they spelled it. We have a Oris Lalong. We have a Philip Jose Goodboy. We have a Charles Lalong. We have a Mariceline Bodile. We have a David Scott. Baxter Olmsted. Sylvester Bob. Thomas Deacon. Joseph Espajo. We have a Madame Rochon. William Wise. Joseph Torbett. And Thomas Lewis. Okay, so that's the city of Mobile. All right, so next we're going to get into Monroe County, Alabama. We have Jane Lynch. We have Hampton Hughes. We got Sanai Harris. We have a Thomas Hathcock. We have a William Smith. We have a Arthur Sizemore, a Susanna Sizemore, Philip Gibbs, Gatsby Lynch, and Daphne Hale. So as we start reading the names, you guys can start to see that we've heard these names and seen them before. So again, our people did, move around quite a bit. So, you're starting to see that. All right, next we're going to Montgomery County, Alabama. So we got Buckner George. We have a George. It just says he was a free Negro. We have a Oxy Flower. We have a Gerard. Looks like Hansford. We have an Allen. Says that he was free colored. We have Arthur Evans. William Hilliard. Joseph Lanton. And Frankie Demery. All right, so that's Montgomery County, Alabama. All right, so we're going to go to Morgan County. So we got Rebecca Goen, Joseph Porter, Rhoda Martin, Sally Johnson. All right, so that's Morgan County, Alabama. Next, we're going to Perry County, Alabama. We got a Frederick V. Thomas, and we got a Wiley Chavis. All right. Next, we're going to Pickens County, Alabama. We got Abraham Manso, and we have Stephen Dunson. All right, that's Pickens County, Alabama. Next, we're going to Pike County, Alabama. We got John Joy, and we got John Hagan. Next, we're going to Shelby County, Alabama. We got Isa Hatsey. Okay. Next, we're going to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Tuscaloosa County, Alabama. We got a James Abbott. We have a C. Harrison. We have a James Fenner. We got a Levin Johnson. We got a Solomon Petit. And we got a Zadok Love. All right, so that's Tuscaloosa County, Alabama, 1830. All right, next we got Washington County, Alabama. We got Jack Sewell, Daniel Reed, and John, looks like Sansha. All right, next we're going to Wilcox County, Alabama. We have John Martin. Let's continue on. So it looks like John Martin was it. So that was the Alabama Free Negro Heads of Family for 1830. So anybody that missed the Alabama section here, rewind the live so that you could see what we covered already. All right. And we're going to go ahead and move into Arkansas. Before we do that, let me see if we got any more people that came into the chat that I missed. Let's see. We got God of Green. Peace, family. Thank you for being here. Love Legacy 500. Peace, brother. I know you're hard at work on a genealogy. We got Gigi. Peace, sis. Thank you for being here. We got Kiowa in the building. And Peta Waste, brother. Thank you for being here. And we'll go ahead and keep it moving. Let me get the screen share back up for y'all. All right, y'all. So Arkansas isn't very big during this time frame again. It's going to be, the people that got enumerated during this time frame for 1830. So first we have Arkansas County. It says the township and village of Arkansas. So we have a Celestine. Looks like he was a male. Next we have Chillicothe County. We have Jacob Gaynor. We got James Shavers. So that would be also a Chavis line. Mary Anderson. Okay. Next, we got Crittenden County, Arkansas. We got Edward Cherry. All right. Next, we have Independence County. We got Rudell Township. So we got Harry Coran. Also in Independence County in Christian Township, we got Daniel Earls. Okay, that's in Arkansas. Next, we got Izard County, Arkansas. We have David Hall, Randolph Carter, Martin Turner, Peter Codler, and James Turner. All right, so that's Izard County, Arkansas. Next, we have Lawrence County, Arkansas. One person there. We got Amy Stewart. All right. Lafayette County, Arkansas. The only person they have there is someone they call Free Bob. All right. Next, we have, Phillips County, Arkansas. And that is St. Francis Township. We got Harry Brown and Chloe Martin. All right. In the same Phillips County, but Mooney Township, we got a William Stewart. And let's see, we got Pulaski County, Arkansas. We got Miley Francisco. We got Fanny Gaskin. We have a Patsy Goings. And we got a Shadrick Quarles. All right, again, like I was telling y'all before, we've seen these names. I believe last week I read off that big old list of names, so you guys are starting to see them. Let's see, we got Washington County, Arkansas. We got DeLay Ivy, and I believe she is the only person there. All right, so that was Arkansas, the state of Arkansas. Again, if you missed that, please rewind the live to check out the names and the counties. All right, relatives, we're going to keep it moving. So Connecticut is going to be huge. Again, I know there are pages and pages of this for Connecticut. So let's go ahead and tackle that one. So here we go. First one we got is Fairfield County. And we got the, I guess maybe the town that's in Fairfield County called Monroe. So we got a Peter Pitts. We got a Ransler Pius. We have Ira Wells. We got Absalom Peace. We got Prince Freeman and Levi Peace. Okay, so that's the town or city of Monroe in Fairfield County, Connecticut. All right, next we're going to Bridgeport, Connecticut. We got Armo Hubble. We got Amos Hanley. We got Levi Bradley. Elizabeth Edwards, John Johnson, Thomas Edwards, Titus Parsons, Simeon Andrews, John Denning, Charles Hardley, Grant Hardley, Benjamin Freeman, Jacob Freeman, John Fectory, Jacob McElden, and William Green. All right, so that's Bridgeport, Connecticut. All right, next we're going to Weston, Connecticut. We got Limas Bevlin. We got Primus Wakeman, Henry Wakeman, Sylvanus Burr, Sylvanus M. Baldwin. We got Cato Treadwell. We got Philip Fitch. We got Quam Smith and Ned Bradley. So that's Weston, Connecticut. All right, next we're going to Fairfield, Connecticut. We got Lydia Nash, Thomas Hatstead, Christopher Freeman, Nancy Smudlin, Edward Judson, George Hunter, Jeffrey Wakeman, Philip Freeman, Shubal White. We got Thomas Jones, Ned Judson, Caesar Sherwood, Premuth Booth, Boston Smudler, Anson Freeman, Ned Sherwood, William Couch, Boston Buckley, Tona Jacqueline, Rose Bradley, Ned Burr, Orlando Howley, Caesar Castile, Jack Colney, Lizette Monroe, Annis Hyde, Ned Hyde, Nancy Hill, Thomas Nichols, John Pick, and Theodore Freeman. All right. So that was Fairfield, Connecticut. Next, we are going to hit Danbury, Connecticut. So I noticed on this one, it doesn't have the last names. It just says that they were Negro. So we got Jack, Peter, Billy, all Negro. We got, let's go back up here. We got Brim and Joshua, all Negroes. All right, next we're going to Bethel Society in Danbury. We got Allison B. Judd, or Alson, my bad. Alson B. Judd. Next, we got Newtown, Connecticut. We got Henry. We got Agrippa. So again, just says that they are Negro beside their name. We got Levy Hall. We got Primus, Levy, Ozens, Linda, Edward, Thomas, Dina, Harry, Primus, Benjamin, Philip. Then we have William Peck. We got Simons, Williams, Roderick. Then we have a Edward Hawley. Then we got Diamond, Timothy, Harvey. Then we have a Thomas Bresco. All right, so those were all in Newtown, Connecticut during 1830. All right, next we're going to Sherman, Connecticut. We got Stephen, just says Negro beside his name. We got William Coney, and we got Jacob. All right. Next we have New Fairfield, Connecticut. We have Sam Jackson. All right, next we're going into Reading, Connecticut. We got Harry, Peter, Timothy, Ishmael. We have a Jacob Thomas. We got a Moore, William. We have a John Freeman. And then we have a Thaddeus. So again, all those just say Negro beside the name. So no surnames on those. All right, next we got Ridgefield, Connecticut. And the only person there that is showing is a person named Riley. And it says Negro next to his name. All right. Next, we're going into Walton, Connecticut. We have Morris Brown, John Whaley, Gilbert Smith, Phyllis Manning, Betsy Gibson, and Dorcas Bush. All right, that's Walton, Connecticut. All right, now we're going into New Canaan, Connecticut. We got Ned Noyes, Ned Smith, and Robert Manning. All right. Next, we're going to Norwalk, Connecticut. We got Edward Hyde, Isaac Treadwell, Elisha Cram, Benjamin Raymond, Jane Mitrash, Lewis Butler, John Page, Michael Johnson, Jack Bedient, Frank Whiting. Let's see what we got up here. Peter DeWitt, George Lockwood, Anthony Johnson, Harry Holmes, Mary Hanford, Hannah Bruck, Amos Demostat, Samson Fairchild, and Harry Gregory. So again, that was Norwalk, Connecticut. All right. So next we got Stamford, Connecticut. We got Henry Bush, Hagar Dykins, William Smith, Charles Knapp, Sam Bush, Henry Ford, Jack Hicks, and Benjamin Hicks. Okay, Stamford, Connecticut. All right, moving on. We got, let's see, we're going into Greenwich, Connecticut. We got John Porter, Jack Husted, Cole Bush, Alfred Bush, Jeremiah Mitchell, Charles Merritt, Tony Green, James Miles, Henry Green, Anthony Green, John Ellis, Jeffrey Fellmeter, Sam Carpenter, James Fellmeter, Robert Treadwell, Marvin Meade, Henry Simon, John Jackson, Sarah Moore. We got Widbon Fellmeter. We got York Meade. We got Ali African. We got George Barker, Harry Bonds, Thomas Carpenter, Edmund Thompson, George Putt, Jacob Anderson, Charles Sackett, Horace Meade. We got Nickelbod Lar, Abraham Merritt, and Robert Merritt. All right. So that was Greenwich, Connecticut. All right. Now we're going to Darien, Connecticut. We got Zelpha Hubbard, Benjamin Blade, Edward Knapp, Sam Smith, Jacob Loads, and Benjamin Burton. All right. Next, we're going to Stratford, Connecticut. We got Samuel Post, Jacob Hurd, Jesse Edwards, Allaby Curtis, Silva Amos, Sally Lewis, Eliza Beers, Ned White, George Green, Venus Robinson, Aaron Nichols. All right, let's go down to the next page. We got George Martin Burr, Abel White, and Mark Freeman. All right. Next, we're going into Huntington, Connecticut. We got Dump Freeman, Amos Wells, John Cam, Levi Allen, or Levy Allen, Archibald Carr, Amelia Lewis. We got Jason Freeman, Charles Bartiet, Noah Cam, Flo Cam. We got someone named Charles. We got Harlow Morris and a Levy Morris. All right. So again, that was Huntington, Connecticut. Next, we're going to Trumbull, Connecticut. We got a Jack Edwards, Peg Hawley, James Inadwell, my bad, Charles Glover, and Mingo Banks. All right. Next, we're going to get into Hartford, Connecticut. Prince Swan, James Williams, Timothy Oliver, William Randall, William Bates, John Duress, Charles Monroe, Lucian Evans, Ruth Magyar, or Magira, my bad. We got Frank Scranton, Philip Swan, Isaac Williams, Nelson Beardsley, Mary Allen, Primus Babcock, George Garrison. We got Lois Apes, George Seymour, William Camerare. We got George Callis, Catherine D., Amos Robinson, Samuel Sebra, Gift Johnson, George Johnson, Daniel Heath, Samuel Cross. We got Kellis Martin Carr, Thomas W. Skeen, Betsy Robinson, John Garrison, William Sanders or Saunders, Joseph Chesborough, Lucretia Chesborough. We got Celeste Carter, Henry Sherman, Mabel Jacobs, Benjamin Jackson, Peter Hall, Francis Demerott, Benjamin Brown, James Morrison. We got Tussinance Orth. We got Augustus Nicholas. We got George Adams, Turner Thompson, Timothy Tyler, William Thompson, Silas Warner, Hager Arrow, Providence Freeman, and John Blackston. All right, so all those people were in Hartford, Connecticut, 1830. All right, next we got West Hartford, Connecticut. So we got Shem Camp, James Light, Anthony Johnson, Enos Hendrickson, Prince Cooley. We got Louis Elkey. We got Solomon Ivarus, Titus Thomas, Maria Oakrey, Erastus Boston, Amos Babcock, David Gear, Cornwallis Lee. All right, let's go back up here. We got William Browning, Collie Simmerit, Lucinda D., Asa Maples, Henry Gardner, Thomas Wells, William Mason, Mason Freeman, Charles Johnson, Joseph Cook, Ishmael Magira, Jeremiah Asher, James Mead, Henry Freeman, Henry Plato, Cato Copen, Maria Cambridge, Louis Fuller, John Loring, Samuel Wells, George Criswald, James Wilcox, John Green, John Mitchell, Solomon Murray, and Winthrop Simeon. All right. Next, we're going to Berlin, Connecticut. We got Joseph Byrd, Jared Brown, and Caesar Stalker. All right. Next, we got Southington, Connecticut. We got Lamson Nichols, Cuff Freeman, George Hills, James Freeman, Martin Fowler, John L. Broad, and Phyllis Bellamy. All right. Next, we're going to Suffield, Connecticut. We got Harvey Scott, Daniel Millar, David Wilson, Jefferson Smith, Samuel Freeman, James Henry, John Cummings, James Gibbs, and Leba Wilson. All right. Next, we're going to East Windsor, Connecticut. We got Cyrus Freeman, Peter Freeman. We got Henry Jackson, William Roberts. My apologies. And Abigail Sayer. And we got Henry C. Signacy. And I have a question mark after that because I don't think they spelled those names correctly. And we got James Miller. So that's East Windsor, Connecticut. Next, we got Manchester, Connecticut. We got J. Hugh Ward and Daniel Brooks. All right. Next, we got Glastonbury, Connecticut. Sonny Anderson, Antone Eder, Sabra Freeman, Pomp Stewart, James White, Jupiter Russell, Robert Russell, Roswell Russell, Falloon Russell, Neptune Oliver, Lucy Scott, and Horace Russell. All right, next we're going to Marlborough, Connecticut. We got Clarissa Butler, Luther Thomas, Asher Russell. All right. Next we're going to Ayton, Connecticut. We got Isabel William, Samuel Murray. Burlington, Connecticut. We got Francis Freeman. Canton, Connecticut. We got Tabitha Prince Williams, and John Williams. All right, next we're going to Farmington, Connecticut. We got Charles Prince, Alpheus Quasey. Let's go up here. We got Sylvester Demeaning, John Brown, Bidwell Sears, William Warren, Joseph Pren, Jason Freeman, David Williams, Lyman Homer, Jason Hopkins, William Kelly, Titus Lumide, James Graham, Ariel Gladden, and Jeremiah Hill. All right, next we're going to Granby, Connecticut. Thomas Boston, Peter Jackson, Jacob Hazard, Dennison Mott, George Freeman, Rebecca Sams, Leonard Perry, and we got John DeWander and Harvey Elka. So that's Granby, Connecticut. All right, next we're going to Simsbury, Connecticut. We got Miss Jackson, Harry Jackson, John Thomas, Gabriel Reeder, and Emer Williams. All right. Next, we're going to Windsor, Connecticut. We got Alpheus Shy, McRigo, John Wise, Richard Brown, George Holden, Peter Peterson, Benjamin Franklin, David Norton, Abram Thompson, Oliver Mitchell, George Terrell, Ashel William, Thomas Sharp. All right. Next, we're going to Litchfield County, Connecticut. We got Nancy Hamlin, Peter Freeman, Peter Williams, Harry Fitch, Pompey Seepin, Albert Homer, William Camp, Ann Lanson, Samuel Waldron, William Freeman, Horace Cable, looks like Manise Luma, Ambrose Hubbard, Charles Peterson, Cato Freeman, Levi Lepian, Sylvia Green, Ann Jackson, John Francis, James Peterson, Violet Jackson, Sally Freeman, Philip Brush, Sedgwick Jackson, Joseph Isaacs, Thomas Jackson, Amaryllis Hubbard, James Hubbard, Timothy Caesar, Alexander Williams, Ebenezer Bentley, Nicholas Rich, Miller Harrison, and James Brown. All right. Next, we have Harwinton, Connecticut, and there's one person there, so we got a Chauncey Mix, MIX. All right. Next, we got Torrington, Connecticut, James Moon, Henry Freeman, James Jones, Levy Johnson, Simeon Freeman, Ephoridius Harrison, Venus Waterman. All right. We also have Judd Freeman, John Freeman, Luke Freeman, Lorenzo Bellamy, Dyer D. Freeman, Jeremiah Prince. All right. Next, we're going to hit Winchester, Connecticut. We have, let's see here, Jane Allwater, James Pemberton, Isaac Waterman, Henry Waterman, Isaac Jacklin, James Wallace, Orange Gardner, James Hazard, Henry Adams, and Richard Dolphin. All right. Next, we're going to Colebrook, Connecticut. One person there. We got Abraham Plato, Plato. All right. Next, we got Bark Hempstead, Connecticut. So we have Elias Sales, Jacob Story, Harry Moon. All right. Next, we got New Hartford, Connecticut. We have a Benjamin Billings, Mary Nash, and Humphrey Quamley. All right, next we're going to Bethlehem, Connecticut. We got George Chatfield and Stephen Jackson. All right, next we're doing New Milford, Connecticut. Walter Martin, Daniel Jacklin, James Phillips, Sol Parker, Marvin Blakesley, Thomas Curry, James Franklin, Samuel Baskett, Chas Franklin, Cyrus Thatcher, Nathan Garson. We got Belden Lockwood, Oliver Camp, Cato Nichols, John Phillips, Orman Wilson, Rosie Wilder, Michael Gold, Chas Freeman, Lydia Phillips, John Rogers, James Irwin, Elias Jackson, Calvin Jackson, and Harry Carpenter. All right. Next, we got Plymouth, Connecticut, and we got one person there. So we got Ebony Primus, Primus. Next, we got Roxbury, Connecticut. We got Elijah Roberts, Jacob Danford, John Sharp. All right. Next, we got Warren, Connecticut. We got Amos Cables, John Carr, William James. All right, we got one person in Washington, Connecticut, and that's Rance Freeman. All right, our next one is Waterton, Connecticut. We got German Freeman, Adolphin Freeman, Pomp Freeman, Pollard Freeman, Sylvia Freeman, and Obed Lindsay. All right. Next, we're going to do Woodbury, Connecticut. So we have someone named Galloway. We have Cyrus Freeman, Aaron Freeman, Lat Jackson, Anson Townsend, Daniel Mallory, Harry Botsford, Ambrose Plott, Simon Osborne, Jas Freeman, Yarmouth Chatfield. It looks like George Cam. Scroll back up here. We got, okay, so that's it for that. So we got, looks like Canaan, Connecticut. We have Caesar Jackson, Obier Williams, Solomon Davis, Joe Robbins, Francis Wooster, Jacob Haycock, John Harris. All right. Next, we're going to do Cornwall, Connecticut, William Wright, Obed Freeman, John Lewis, Frank Morris, Philip Hubbard. All right. And again, for anyone that's just coming into the live, this is the 1830 census of free Negro heads of family, and we are in the state of Connecticut. All right. Next, we are going to do Goshen, Connecticut, Benjamin Prince, Robert Kendi, Chas Walker, Philip Rowe, Harry Johnson, Jacob Prince, Anna Humphrey, and looks like Oliver Garris. All right, next we're going into Kent, Connecticut. Collins Fitch, Chas Else, and Timothy Vanderos. All right, next we're going into Norfolk, Connecticut. We got Moses Pierce, Peter Freeman, Jas Mars, John Hall, Chas Caldas, and Thomas Noble. All right, now we're going into Salisbury, Connecticut. Chas Jackson, Peter Porter, George Van Cleek. We got Russell Sewin. We have Cato Hector, Samuel Rice. We have John White, Jas Williams. Looks like Frieden Kaysen. We got John Olden, Titus Caesar, Benjamin Monroe, and Reason Carl. All right. Next, we're going into Sharon, Connecticut. We got Abel Starr, John Doors, Carl Freeman, George Pine, Belden Whitney, Jacob Newport, Orlando Cambridge. We have Harry Minsley, Stephen Casey, Ira Trowbridge, George Simmons. We have Titus Frankenson. We got Samuel Okra. We got Harry Jacklin, Peter Hall, Prince Cummings, Daniel Salisbury, Harry Foote, George Freeman, and Francis Morris. All right. Next, we're going to go to Middlesex County, Connecticut. We're going to do Middleton City. So we got Mary Broadnave, Thomas Lewis, George Piney, William Green, Karen Daniels, James Williams, Carol Daniels again. We have George Smith, Ackmet Gammett, Henry Mather. We have somebody named Morer. We got Nancy Boston, James Davis, Nancy Augustus, Asa Jeffrey, Harvey Broch, Robert Caples. We got a Rachel Stoughton. All right, scroll up. All right, next we have John Randall, Henry Freeman, William Freeman, Isaiah Beaumont, John Hamilton, Samuel Canada, John Suffra, Joseph Gilbert. All right. Next, we're going to hit Middleton, Connecticut, First Parish. So we got Frank Stoughton, we got a Scipio Treat, and Jude Cambridge. All right. Next, we're going to Fourth Parish, Connecticut. William Jackson, Jesse Caples. We have a Rachel C. and a Phyllis Freeman. All right. Next, we're going to Chatham, First Parish, Connecticut. We got Erastus Allen. Then we got Third Parish, Connecticut. We got a Peter Harris, Lewis Gates, Charles Stedman, Harvey Russell, Aquila Proctor, Jacob Adams Jr., and Jacob Adams. All right, next we got Durham, Connecticut. We got Hayward Bristol, John Thatcher, Dana Smith, Harry Simmons, James Ranson. All right. Next we have Haddam, Connecticut. We got George Smith, Samuel Payton, John Conover, Timothy Jackson, Paris Morgan, Charles Halstead, Solomon Smith, James Campbell. All right, next we're going to East Haddam, Connecticut. We got Stephanie Strong, John Mason, Mary Robbins, Jesse Caples, Henry Hunting, Lesson Field, William Robinson, Josiah Warnley, David Smith, George Mason, Charlotte Thompson, Hanwell Mosley, Anson Jackson, and Lemur Brown. All right. Next, we're going to Saybrook, Connecticut. We got Peter Foraham. We got Elikane Barter. We got Eschelle DeForest. We got Isaac Littlefield, Frederick Bailey, Harmon Ponners, Sabra Carter, and Lewis Matson. All right. Next, we're going to do New Haven, Connecticut. New Haven County, Connecticut. We got Nicholas William, Uriah Strong, Jenny Robin, Eliza Anthony, Edward Seaburn, Peter Hicks, Samuel Thompson, John Williams, Nicholas Sicko, Henry Hayden, Robert Peck, Charles Camp, James Sam, Thornton Walker, Roxana Onlet, Time Freeman, Thomas Peterson, Solomon Gray, William Johnson. All right. And before we continue on that, see who we got in the chat so far that's come in. If there's anybody I missed. Ruda Zebo, peace, sis. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for coming in. Copper Skin King, peace. Appreciate you for being here. Omega, peace. Jade Newly Natural, peace, sis. Appreciate you being here. And let's see. Matubi, appreciate the donation. Thank you. Appreciate you. Donated twice. I appreciate that. And I think I missed. Oh, P. Parker and Pet the Waste relative. Appreciate you being in here, sis, as well. All right. So, as you guys are starting to see, a lot of free people during this time frame. I mean, a lot. So, quick question. Is there any particular state that you guys would like me to hit real quick before, the live is over with? Like I said, Connecticut's pretty big. So if you want to throw that in the chat real quick, I'll take a look and see if we can hit that state real quick for you. I'll give you guys some time to put whatever you want in there. There's a state you're interested in. Texas. Kyle, you said Wyoming. That's funny. All right, let me see if I can find Texas real quick. See if that's in here. I don't know if they have Texas in here or not. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I don't think Texas is in here. Georgia? I bet. I know Georgia's in here. Let me get Georgia up real quick. So I know a lot of people always ask about Georgia, so I know that's definitely a place of interest. All right, y'all, just give me a couple seconds here, get it pulled up. But also, too, in this book, if anybody hasn't done so, at the beginning of it, there's a lot of interesting information that it goes over before it starts to get into this these census records. So if you do, download the book, that one, you put the link in the chat. Read all the stuff before you get to the census records because it's got some interesting information. All right, so got Georgia pulled up, so let me screen share for y'all. We'll go over it. And what you guys can do if there's if you don't want to hear every single state and every county, after the live is over, leave me a comment on what state you're interested in, and maybe the county too, and we'll try to get into it. All right, y'all. So I got Georgia pulled up here in front of us. So let's hit it. The first county that pulls up is Baldwin County. So we got D. Mifflin. We have a Joe Holt. We have a P. Norman. We have a Sally. And we have a Miss Mifflin. So that's Baldwin County, Georgia. All right. Next, we have Bryan County, Georgia. We have Cherry Hall. So she's the only person that pulled up for that area, 1830. We got Burke County, Georgia. And it says 66 Company District. So we got Robert Nunes, Alan Young. We got Dick Ellery, Charles Nunes, Isaac Mason, Jesse Young, Joseph Nunes, Nero Hancock, Janet Nunes, White Wilkins, Thomas Perkins, Oliver Clark, Betsy Clark, and looks like Bob Powell. All right, so that's going to be Burke County, Georgia. So next we're going to do, let's see, also in that same county, we got the town of Waynesboro. So the only person pulled up there was George Millen, Millen. All right, next we got Camden County, and we're going to be doing the town of St. Mary's. We got Betsy King, and we got Chas Beard, Betsy Brewer, and Cato Norris. All right. So in that same county, the town of Jefferson, the only person that pulled up there was Patty Cryer. All right, so we're going to Campbell County, Georgia. Only person pulled up on that one was William Cash. All right. Next, we are going to Carroll County, Georgia. We got Arch Rowe. We got Cole Wardis, wife. We got somebody named Rattlesnake. We got somebody named Ecoa. We got somebody named Greenwood. We got Wada, Weaver. These are starting to sound like some Indian names. We got Tanukuli. We have Crow. We got Wasota. Somebody named Charlie. Somebody named Buckeye. We got Housebug. We have Waka. We have somebody named John. We got somebody named Keecha. We have somebody named Daniel Pumpkin Pile. We got Ear Bob, Widow Swimmer, Moses Harris, Elsie. We got Pumpkin Pile again, or a different one. We got Chino Yonki. We got Olisalu. We got Koliskowe, Charles Van, Thomas Petit, Widow Raincrow. This is interesting. We got Rattling Gourd. We got Corn Silk. We got Wohau Achi. We got someone named Caesar. Leswada. We got somebody named Guts. Colworth. And Edward Crittenden. All right, so that was Carroll County, Georgia. If anyone has ancestors from there, that had some good info. All right. Next, we got Chatham County, the city of Savannah. We got Ankara. Next, we got Carpenter's Row in Georgia. We have one person, Morris Cuthbert. All right. Next, we have Trustee's Garden, Georgia. We have Mary Carter, Priscilla Grant, Nellie Dolly, Mary Bryan, Isabella Bryan, Dolly Houston, Rachel Baker, Sophia Cumming, L.H. Godshoe, Mary Gordon, Rose Galanou, Harry Cunningham, Daniel Williams, Maria DeSabalou, and Diana Lawrence. All right. Next, we have Washington Ward, Georgia. We have Sylvia Whitefield, Robert Woodhouse, Eliza Davis, Sarah Miller, Ann Strobart, and we got, it looks like Afy Nile, N-Y or N-E-Y-L-E, Niley or Nile. We have a Mary Ginrat. We have a L. Shigur, Betsy Baptiste, Charles DePoe. All right, next we're going to do Warren Ward, Georgia. So we got Polly Spears, P. Goddison, Elizabeth Bullock, M.A. Oldingsell, Mary Tennick, Manette Tabot, Louisa Shamaka, and Ed Moreau. All right. Next, we have Columbia Ward, Georgia. We have a William Jones, William Jessamy, Lucina Lloyd, Diana Brown, Charlotte Odenet, Harriet Habersham, and Sally Habersham. All right. Next, we got Green Ward, Georgia. We got Mary Delancey. We got our Berthy Curry. We got a Jade Daly. We got a Pauline Ragus. We got a M. Ticey. Thomas Smith. William Lloyd. Catherine Devereaux. Anne Lancery. William Rolick. Abigail Pierce. Sarah McQueen. And we got a William Semino. All right. Next, we're going to Reynolds Ward, Georgia. Susan Jackson. It looks like she was 100 plus years old. We got Ishmael McIntosh. We have a Polly Newsom and a Hager Krillviller. All right. Next, we're going to Anson Ward, Georgia. We have C. Thompson, Ann Craig, Jane Merrilee, and Leah Giles. All right. Next is Darby Ward, Georgia. We got Asphysia Marilot. We got Justine Kruviller. We got F.R. Jackson. And he looks like Emmanuel Juan Sr. All right. So next we're doing Decker Ward, Georgia. So we got Emmanuel Juan Jr. And we got Dominic Desiree. Okay. Next we're doing Old Franklin Ward, Georgia. We have Phyllis Burrow, John Bellany, John Cuthbert, Ragus Jackson. All right. We got one person in Liberty Ward, Georgia. That's John Gibbons. Okay. Next, we got Heathcote Ward, Georgia. Peter Savage. We got Tina Marquand, Clara Dubret, Harriet Dunbar, Rebecca Brown, and Matilda Wan. All right. Next, we got Percival Ward, Georgia. We got Louisa Ropet, Lucinda Stewart, John Joseph, Polly Houston, Joseph Brandman. All right. Next, we're going to do Brown Ward, Georgia. We got a Robert Roberts and a Sarah Waldberg. All right. Next, we're going to do Elbert Ward, Georgia. One person there. We have a Mary Ann. Next, we're going to do Oglethorpe Ward, Georgia. We got William Maglio, James Oliver, Mary Sherraw, Betsy Lambert, Dolly Pommel, Jack Simpson, Samson Whitefield, F.S. Harris. All right. We also have Rose Simpson, Catherine Levette, R. Benedict, Peggy Williams, Judy Brown, Sally Hubbard, John Gilvlery, F. Peterson, Molly Cuthbert, B. Vavry, Mosi Johnston, Andrew Marshall, Mesa Darling, James Martin, Betsy Lloyd, Rebecca Johnston, Nellie Warrington, Ben Renia, Mary Great. We got Jane Grant, William Wilson, Kitty Johnston, Alan Greenfield, Cujo Ross, Phyllis Moore, and looks like Simmons Goldsmith. Okay. Next, in Ogeechee District, Georgia, we have a Moses Chavers. All right. And then in White Bluff District, Georgia, we have Dick Nevercliff. All right. Next, in Clark County, Georgia, we have someone named Ben. We have a Bob Henderson. We have Jenny, Abby, Billy, York. We have Louis Pettyfoot, Nancy Gowen. We have a John, Millie, and a Dolly. All right. Next, we're going to the town of Athens, Georgia. Ned Henderson, John Smith. We have a Laura. We have a George Sherez and someone named Jack. All right. Columbia County, Georgia. We have Jack Burns and William Going. All right. Next, we got Dooley County, Georgia. Joseph Williams and John Williams Jr. All right. Next, we're going to Early County, Georgia. Only person there that they show is Jacob Jones. Okay. Next, we're going to Elbert County, Georgia. We have Pompey Harper, Sarah Harper, Grace Harper, George Freeman, Lewis Hill, Elijah Anthony, Nellie Anthony, and David Anthony. All right. Next, we're going to Emmanuel County, Georgia. We have Patsy Lewis, Polly Lewis, Charlotte Brady, and looks like Benjamin Faircloth. All right. Next, we're going to Fayette County, Georgia. We got Thomas Turner, James Turner, Silas Turner, John Driggers, and Moses Turner. All right. Next, we have Franklin County, Georgia. We got Edmund King, Josiah Hudnall, Daniel Hudnall. Let's go up here, see if we got anybody else in that county. And that looks like that's it for that county. All right. So next we have Glenn County, Georgia. We have an Abram Orr, O-R-R. Next we got Greene County, Georgia. We have Betsy Perry. Next we have Hancock County, Georgia. James Bustle, Priscilla Bustle, and Isaac Bustle. All right. Next, we got Houston County, Georgia. We got James Holling. So he's the only person there in that county. We got Jackson County. Looks like we got an Ichabod Brown, Meshach Orr, Francis Allen, Samuel Phillips, Thomas Cousins, James Cousins, William Spencer, Samuel Squire, Solomon Poteet, John Cousins, Lewis King, Spanish John, Samuel Grant, and looks like Jack Geintier. All right. Next, we got Jasper County, and it says the 38th Regiment and 1 Company, 30th Regiment, Georgia Militia. So I guess that's the county that he was living in. So we got Andrew Sampson and Chas Grant, free Negroes. All right. Next, we got Jefferson County, Georgia. Looks like Louisville. William Brinkley, Sylvia Posner, Joe Martin, Peter Ray, Lackey Hall, and Sally Lotke. All right. Next, in Jones County, Georgia, we got 1 person there. That would be Cobb Mark. All right. Next, we got the Jones County Upper Regiment. We got Nat Matthews. We got Free Anthony and Free Mila. All right. Next, we're going to Liberty County, Georgia. We got Abram Harmon. We got Sue and Jim, Margaret and Molly, Abram. We got a Rachel and Bello, and we got a Mariah. So no last names on them. Next, we got Lincoln County, Georgia. We got Richard Haynes and Moses Going. All right. Next, we're going to do Monroe County, Georgia. We got Grief Cook and looks like Thomas Tweet. All right. Next, we're going to Muskogee County, City of Columbus. So the only person that showed up there was Phelps Guardian. Next, we're going to Newton County. We got William Lucas, and we got a William Ferguson. All right. Pike County, Georgia. We got a Ephraim Swit. And then next we got Richmond County, Georgia, the city of Augusta, 1st Ward. We got Judah Bonifield. We got Sarah Carnes, Rachel Chavis, and we got a Jim Triplet. All right. So continuing on for the City of Augusta's First Ward, we got Nellie Jones, Daniel Corline. We got Maria Todd, Amy Dobbins, Millie Brown, Nancy Fox, Patsy Commander, Isabella Moore, and Betsy Kelly. All right. And then we got the second ward, Georgia. We got Mariah Bush, Betsy Keating, Billy Cobb. All right. Third ward, Georgia. We got Mariah Monroe, John Haynes, Matilda Kelly, Betsy Hicks, Leah Larry. Let's see. We also got George Grant, Betsy McFarland, Josiah Brown, Fred and Jacob Dent, Lucy Carnes, Millie Sibold, Turner Smith, Phyllis Hill. All right. Next, we have Dunham District, Georgia. John McTyree. We got Wilcox District, Georgia. John Coleman. Holtz District, Georgia. Jack Wright. Next is Screven County, 37th District, Georgia. Thomas Nicholson. All right. Next, we got Warren County. We got Rachel Ruff. We got Daniel Steff and Fanny Ruff. Then we got Wayne County, Georgia. We got Stephen Bugg. Then we got Wilkes County, 164th District. William Hoxie shows up there, 169th District. Just someone they called Mademoiselle was there. 175th District, Georgia, Nancy Martin. All right, relatives. So that was Georgia. So let me go back to the chat real quick. See what we got in here. Oh, Julia Carey, peace. Glad you're here, sis. Thank you for joining us. Okay. So that was some of the states so far. Again, if anybody has a state they want me to go over, I see someone put Oklahoma, so let me check and see if that's in here real quick. Just give me a quick second. Let's see here. I would think it would be in here during that time frame, but it might not be. So let me just give me a second here. I'm checking. But when we were going over that Georgia section just now, hopefully you guys got to see some of the reoccurring names that shows up. As you know, our people were moving around quite a bit. So, I mean, they, were all over the place. So. Mr. Fly Dark Brother, I don't know if Oklahoma's in here or not. Not seeing it so far, and I'm getting close to the O's. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I'm still not seeing it. All right. So I got to Ohio. So let me see. It's after Ohio here. Because it seems like most of the states that show up in this book. I don't see really that much for out west. Let's see here. Yeah, so I don't know if they actually have any western states on here, but I know our people were out there during that time frame. So yeah, no, they don't have. So it goes from Ohio straight to like Pennsylvania. So it looks like this is mostly East Coast, the South, and some of the Midwest areas. So that's all I'm seeing on there. Let's see. Mississippi. Let's see if that's on here. Yeah, Mississippi's in here. Let me go to that one real quick. And we'll probably end it on after this one here, Mississippi, depending on how long it is. Because I believe they had a pretty big population during this time frame, so it may be another one of those that's real lengthy. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. All right, y'all. So let's do Mississippi and see what we get. Screen share back up. Oh, don't worry, Pamela. I'm gonna hit Ohio at some time frame because that's where I live. So, okay, here we go. All right, here's Mississippi. All right, so first we got Adams County, Mississippi. We got Mary Fitzgerald. We got George Tibbs, Milford Carey, T.J. Dent, David Grant, William Sawwood, George Wynn, and Kitty Bob. All right. Next, we got Mike County. Only person there was someone named John Lee. See, next we got Claiborne County. So it looks like Mississippi isn't very long, so we should be able to get through this really quick. We got Mary Willis, Henry Bell, Hannibal Butler, William Johnson, Lewis Brox, Samuel Martin, Gloucester Simpson, Hardy Harris, Christopher Hawley, Elias Jacobs, Jordan Chavis, David Moore, Samuel Going, William Going. And next we got Hancock County, Mississippi. We got Bernard Benoit, Charles Ashmar Jr. Scroll back up. We got William Barabino. We got Euphrazine Labatt. We got Jay Claus. We have Catisse Asmert, Charles Asmert Sr. We got Rosalie. We got Francois Bertha. We got a Bernard Benoit Sr. or Benoit Sr. And we got a William P. Perkins. All right. Next, we got Hines County. We got the only person there was Adam Thompson. Next, we have Jackson County. We got Holland Newman, Nassil Elliott, Constance Monroe. We got Ursan Lakeup. We got Madam Alexis. We got Peter Ladner Jr., Mary Ellis, and Francis Henry. All right. Next, we got Jefferson County, Mississippi. We got Jerry Gill, and looks like a Susan Bobby. All right. Next, we got Lawrence County, Mississippi. We got Bell Isaiah. We got Enoch Robertson. And it looks like that's it for that county. Next, we got Madison County. Only person there was Ananias Hagen. Next, we had the city of Natchez. Mississippi. We got Martha M. Carey, Robert M. Carey, Jas Miller, William Hayden, Isaac Dorsey, Samuel Hawkins, Chas Morrison, Harriet Battles, looks like Andrew or Andy Syper, and Sam Gilson. All right. Next is Perry County, Mississippi. We got Samuel Clark and Hezekiah Clark. All right. Next in Warren County, Mississippi, we got Elisha Miller, Isaac Rogers, Andrew Reason. All right. Washington County, Mississippi, we got Wagner Laban. Next, we got Wilkinson County. We got a Peter Vale. And then Yazoo County, Mississippi, we got a John H. Payne. All right. So, again, this is, like we were saying before, Mississippi. And it's the 1830 census. So, I'm thinking not everybody got enumerated on these census. So, they, put down what they had. So, but let me jump back here real quick to the chat. See who we got here. Peace, Southwind. Appreciate you being here, sis. Got Tiano Fury. Peace, brother. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you coming in today. Again, maybe tomorrow we'll hit some of this, but I'd like to try to get into some other topics. Maybe have some guests on here tomorrow for everybody, so we can cover some other things about, what we're doing right now. So I did see some people. Oh, good at Jewel. Peace, sis. I did see that some people are starting to plant, which that's definitely like hearing that. Hopefully that's going okay for you guys so far. I'm in Ohio, so today it got kind of cold out. So I'm going to be starting most of my stuff inside. So I'm going to have to start planting inside. And, once, it stays at a constant, higher up temperature, we'll, I'll move all my stuff to outside. So, but for now, I'm going to be doing planting on the inside, but we'll try to go over some of that tomorrow. Maybe see if I can get a new breed on here again, and maybe Kudameo or whoever else, Kiowa, whoever wants to come on. But definitely appreciate everybody coming out and checking out the live stream today with me. Again, our brother Love Legacy, he's busy doing genealogy. So, that's definitely more important than being on here for sure. So, but if anybody has, again, states that you want me to go over, I did see Ohio in there, so I'm definitely going to hit that. We'll definitely go over that. But if you have states that you want me to go over, leave me a comment, hit the like button and all that good stuff. Appreciate all the people that have donated to me. Again, I'm never going to ask you guys for money. So, I appreciate what you do give. So thank you. So we will come back here tomorrow, probably around the same time, and, go over some other various topics again. I like going, we did the history type stuff today. So tomorrow, we're going to try to hit, what we should be doing now, what we could be doing, right here and now. So again, everybody, thank you for coming out, and I'll see everyone tomorrow. Take care. Peace.